up in the Blue Mountains, and we stayed there for about a week and worked through all the demos and handpicked a couple out. I had a pretty strong idea of where I wanted to go thematically for the lyrical content of the album, and so yeah, that was a really good experience. We sort of titled it this pre-production weekend, and we literally just sat in his house for a week, went through all the demos, rewrote parts, compiled it all together, and tried to make as much sense as possible. And then since then, it was very much all right. That's the writing part of it done, and then it was just about recording it properly. And so we all pretty much did it at our own places because we've all got our own home studio setups. And then I've just been compiling everything and adding synths and different vocal layers and orchestral elements and stuff like that. So yeah, it really is for us at this point in time a DIY band. But yeah, like I said, we'll probably send it off to mixing because I'm not too confident in my ability as a mixing engineer just yet.
Yeah, but I mean, you do everything how you want it done. You don't have to rely on somebody else, and you can really express your creativity in your songs that way. And you don't have somebody saying, oh, well, you're paying me to do this, I want it done this way. You can do everything yourself. If you don't like something, change it. You don't have to get permission and rely on somebody else. I really like that.
Absolutely.
I know it's a lot of work.
And we're not forking out thousands of dollars to sort of do it.
Right.
So it means that we get to keep our budget for sort of marketing and promo costs, and sort of video clips as well. So yeah, I think it's allowed us to really retain a lot of our funds for things that we're not able to do ourselves yet. But yeah, as you said, it also allows us that creative freedom to really get into the nitty gritty of it and be quite creatively free.
And besides the you seem to release a lot of outside EPs. Was that something structurally you wanted to do? Because I've noticed a lot of bands now doing that again.
Yeah, well, we haven't. I think the band prior to me joining, this is back when they were a progressive rock outfit. They released one EP with 5 tracks, I believe. And then this was back in 2012, I think. And then the band split up in 2013 and went on a bit of a hiatus. So I came on board in 2014, and that's kind of when we decided to go down a more symphonic metal route. But yeah, for us, we've only released the debut album, one single, and now we're working on the second album. I think for us and for our creative vision, albums just work a lot better for us. It's not really the in thing at the moment. I know a lot of bands are sticking exclusively to releasing singles, but I think for us, being able to explore that sound and tell a story across the course of an album, that's just something that's important to us creatively. So yeah, I think that's why we've sort of stuck with the more album structure.
Yeah, I can tell the progression. Like I said, once I got to that Lead the Blind, it was just it was like everything cloned so well. You know what I'm saying? By that one. And I was like, these guys, it's progression, constant progression. And that is what intrigued me to the band originally. Yeah, we're like I said, that's the second album. I can't wait, It's like, and you've got creative control. So not a lot of producers in the way. I'm sure that's
it's
the first song I'd heard. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it certainly helps being able to produce it ourselves. But that said, we've always sort of had quite good experiences with the producers we've worked with. So we haven't really anyone cracking the whip super hard. And they've also been very generous, particularly Lord Tim, who produced our first album. I learned a lot off him. And so in terms of being generous in education, that was such a pivotal role from me as a songwriter and as a producer. Having the opportunity to learn off him, I really valued that. So yeah, we haven't really worked with anyone that we've had, sort of come to blows with, but it definitely helps just being able to do it all ourselves now.
Nice, yeah. When he told me about your your name and everything, and I looked it up, and the first song I listened to was Morning Star. What was that inspiration for doing that song and writing that song?
So that's quite an interesting one. That was one of the very first songs that Jerry and I wrote together. I had this little just a little sort of key like idea on the piano. And this is back in the day. I think we were actually sharing ideas via Guitar Pro 5 or something like that. Literally just sharing ideas via tablets of software. And I had this little keys thing, and he sort of took that and wrote a couple of chord progressions and some instrumentation around it. And you know, we played around with a couple of different melodies and actually let it sit, you know, for 6 years before we did anything with it. Yeah, that was something that, you know, that was very much something that was built over a long period of time, and we sort of added little elements over the course of our time together working on the album. And at the end of it, we sort of